Windsor Castle has witnessed centuries of treaties, banquets, and high diplomacy, but sometimes the most powerful shifts in international relations are not written in official communiques or recorded in the speeches of kings and presidents. Sometimes they take shape in smiles, shared laughter, and quiet gestures between women who understand the power of image, warmth, and presence. During Donald and Melania Trump's highly scrutinized state visit to the United Kingdom, the world's cameras focused on military parades, glittering banquets, and the choreography of royal pageantry. Yet the true heart of the visit may have unfolded away from the chandeliers of St. George's Hall, under the softer light of an autumn day at Frogmore House, where Catherine, Princess of Wales, and First Lady Melania Trump appeared side by side, building a friendship that carried as much diplomatic significance as any formal agreement. It was a scene that stood in stark contrast to the grandeur of the night before. Gone were the diamond tiaras, white gloves, and crystal glasses of the state banquet. In their place, the innocent chatter of 4- and 5-year-old scouts, small hands busy with leaves, sticks, and glue, and 2 women whose every movement was being analyzed for what it might reveal about the relationship between the United Kingdom and the United States. Both Kate and Melania looked genuinely at ease, leaning into conversation, laughing with children, and exchanging glances that conveyed a warmth not often captured during the rigid formality of state visits. Insiders quickly confirmed what the images suggested. A Kensington Palace aide remarked, "You could very much see how warm and friendly they were after spending time together. They were chatting away, and both really enjoyed the engagement." It was, in many ways, the perfect showcase of soft power diplomacy, not an official treaty, but a moment of connection between 2 women who represent not just families, but entire nations. As President Trump traveled to Chequers for talks with Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, Melania's schedule was designed with care. First, she was guided by Queen Camilla through the marvels of the Royal Library and Queen Mary's Doll's House, a symbolic nod to history and tradition. But the highlight came later, when she joined Catherine for the Scouts program. White House sources revealed that the invitation to spend this time with the Princess of Wales was considered absolutely the highlight of the trip for the First Lady, and it was clear that every detail of the encounter had been meticulously crafted. Observers noted how seamlessly the 2 women blended their styles for the outing. Both wore ensembles by American designer Ralph Lauren in autumnal shades, an unmistakable gesture of coordination. Catherine paired her brown tweed skirt with a chestnut knit and suede jacket, complemented by a Sudbury Mill scarf, a deliberate nod to British craftsmanship. Melania, on the other hand, appeared in a chestnut suede safari-style jacket, with Loro Piana trousers and Roger Vivier shoes, echoing Kate's palette while retaining her own signature glamour. Together, they presented a visual harmony that spoke of unity, respect, and cultural bridging. The program itself was rich with symbolism. As the Scouts worked toward earning their Go Wild badges, the women joined in with delight. Melania playfully sat 5-year-old Mabel on her lap, while Catherine shared with amused parents a glimpse into her own family life, confessing that Prince Louis had developed a passion for collecting conkers, and that they kept appearing in his cupboards and even under his pillow. It was a moment that made her relatable, a queen-in-waiting laughing about the small chaos of raising young children. The 2 women's laughter rang out over the grounds, capturing an authenticity that even the most carefully staged banquet cannot replicate. The symbolism deepened when the children received gifts. Each was given a jar of White House honey in pristine white boxes. Wrapped with red ribbons, Melania's gesture of goodwill, tying her country's identity to a sweet and lasting memory. In turn, they enjoyed oat and cranberry biscuits made with honey from the hives at Anmer Hall, Catherine's Norfolk residence. In that shared honey, harvested on opposite sides of the Atlantic, lay a metaphor of friendship, 2 traditions, 2 households, 2 nations blending into a single gesture of generosity. Melania also presented red, white, and blue neckerchiefs to the young Scouts, a patriotic, but friendly reminder of her roots, while Catherine emphasized her dual role as royal patron and mother, gently guiding children through the activities. Royal insiders and commentators alike noticed how carefully orchestrated yet natural the event felt. CNN anchor Max Foster remarked that Donald Trump would have been deeply gratified to see Melania treated not as a secondary figure, but as an honored guest equal in importance to himself. It's so important to him that she is treated with respect and is as much a part of the occasion as, if not more than, himself, Foster explained. Indeed, by giving Melania her own platform alongside the Princess of Wales, the palace sent a clear message: the bond between nations is not just about presidents and kings, but also about first ladies and future queens. The press also highlighted the deliberate symmetry of Kate and Melania's public image during the visit. Both women are often described as enigmatic figures, admired for their style, yet careful in their words. Both have mastered the art of letting gestures, wardrobe, and demeanor do the speaking. This outing, therefore, was not only a display of friendliness, but a masterclass in symbolic communication. Two women, both aware that every photograph would be dissected globally, chose harmony, warmth, and shared purpose over any hint of rivalry. Even seasoned royal observers were struck by the ease of their interaction. Sally Bedell Smith, the US-based royal biographer, noted that the palace had gone to extra effort to give Melania something of interest, crafting an itinerary that would resonate with her personal style and public image. It was an extra layer of effort on the part of the King and Queen and the Prince and Princess of Wales to seal this bond, this special relationship, in new ways, she said. The symbolism of the day did not end with bug hotels and children's laughter. For many, it suggested the potential for future collaboration. Dwayne Fields, the adventurer and chief scout who accompanied them, commented afterward that he wouldn't be surprised if they were to collaborate on something in the US, hinting at the possibility of a joint initiative between the scouts in America and Britain, with Kate and Melania as figureheads. The very thought of such a project highlights how moments of shared joy and authenticity can ripple outward into lasting partnerships. What set this outing apart from the grander state occasions was its intimacy and relatability. The night before, the Trumps had joined the King, Queen, and senior royals for a banquet of dazzling opulence. Crystal chandeliers had glowed above long tables set with silver and china that had served monarchs for generations. Speeches had been delivered, toasts raised, and photographers captured the glitter of tiaras and the gleam of medals. Yet as impressive as that spectacle was, it was the next day's images, of Melania and Catherine kneeling in the grass with children, smiling in unison, sharing honey and biscuits, that seemed to speak more powerfully about the true nature of diplomacy. Because diplomacy, at its core, is about human connection. It is about gestures that transcend politics and moments that echo beyond official transcripts. Melania Trump's evident joy in being included as an equal partner, Catherine's warm laughter about her son's conquers, the small hands clutching jars of honey, these are the images that endure in public memory. They suggest a new dimension to the so-called special relationship, one not forged in treaties, but in shared humanity. In retrospect, royal commentators described the Windsor outing as one of the most successful elements of the entire state visit. It demonstrated Catherine's growing stature as a global figure, not just a domestic royal. It showed Melania as more than a silent figure at her husband's side, instead presenting her as an independent personality welcomed on her own terms. Together, they created a tableau of warmth and grace that reassured allies, charmed the public, and subtly strengthened the bonds between two nations. The future may hold further encounters between these two women, whether in Britain, America, or on the international stage. For now, though, their shared moment at Frogmore stands as a symbol, proof that sometimes diplomacy blooms not in the corridors of power, but in gardens filled with laughter, autumn light, and the quiet understanding between two women who know that the world is always watching.